Hey people, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth. My company is IOEG Technology Screens. I'm gonna shut my fan off here. There we go. That's better. And discuss the final screen form. Man, I've gone through so many different versions of screens and what I want to put in here, and still can come to a conclusion. It's been a year, and I still haven't figured out what screen I put in here. Literally. Kind of different sizes. We didn't want to do long throws. I definitely don't want to do long throws in here. Because long throws means I have to walk in front of the screen, and then the back of my head gets hit, and image pops up on the screen over there. So I don't want that. So I'm definitely thinking about doing the short throws. The short throws will definitely do better in this environment. And 235.1, which I do favor and like those screens so much. The 235.1s, but we had to do some math on basically the screen configuration, because the screen configuration would have been off if we did it well, if we did 24, in length. No, it would be, yeah, it'd be 24 in, it'd be 30, no, it would be 36 in height. That'd be off. That definitely would be off. Oh, it's 24. It's 24 in length. I keep forgetting it's 24 in length. And we got to break it down by how many, 24, 4 times 24 is 96. So that's roughly about 8 feet. And then the screen at 36 inches would be 3 feet. So roughly we would be a little bit under a screen size of 106 inches. That would be roughly around, let me see, measurements for that would be 4 feet by 8 feet. So 4 feet by 8 feet is 106 inches. And if we did it at 24 being the length, 4 times 24 would be 96. We would have the 8 feet, but the height we wouldn't have because the actual screen size is 36, which brings that around to 3 feet. I think around 3 feet. So in order to get the screen size correct, we already ordered the panels. We have to bring it this way. It has to be 36 in length, which 3 times 36 would be 108. 108 would be the size that we would need to get our screen size at 108 inches at 235.1. It would have to be 3 times 36, which would be 3 of those panels, but it would have to have the height of 42 inches, which is roughly under 4 feet. So in order to do that, if we were to switch the screens the other way around, we would have 24 by 24, which would be around 24 by 24, 40, let me see something, this right here. Yeah, do all this math for 235.1s require a lot of freaking math, especially if you're doing it panel by panel. Alright, so it's the breakdown of what we got to do. So roughly, that's my screens with them. Roughly, panels are 36, they're 24 by 36. 24 by 36. We need 108 by projector central in order to do that. So if we do, it's 6 panels altogether. If we do 3 times 36, it's 108. So that's definitely the length of the 235.1. We need it 108. That would give us the size we need right from there. If we, at 24, so each screen would be 24. So the 24, I should know this off the bat. It should be 48. 48. I'm measuring 48. Should be roughly under 3 feet. Let me see. We need to be 42 in order to get the screen size. We're at 48, so we have it. We have it in some change. Because by the measurements of the screen, we have to be 42 inches high and 108 inches wide to do it. And if we do 3 times 36, that gives us the 108 for the screen size. And we have to be 42. We'll be at 48. We definitely have it. So it'll take roughly about 6 of those tiles to do it, 6 panels to do it. But instead of it doing this way, it has to be turned this way instead. That's why we have to do it. So I'll have to do 6 on this side and 6 on that side, which will be roughly about 12 panels. That would be 12 panels. I might just spend the 60 bucks and just go for broke, because I gotta spend 50 bucks anyway. Just drive another $10. I'm just gonna spend the 60 bucks for it. And just pay for the 12. Let me see. If it's 12, we already got 2 here already. So we need 10. See, this is where we get into the calculations get crazy, because the panels come in 8s, 2, 4s, 8s, and 12s. We can't do 10, because if we do 10, we don't get 10 panels. We get 8 panels in one package. One package does 12. There's no 10. If it was a 10, it'd be perfect, because that means we already have the 2 here, which means we're going to come up with 2 extra ones, because apparently we're going to have to buy the 12 pack in order to knock out both walls at the same time. So we do a 235.1 here short throw and 235.1 long throw ViewSonic ultra short throw on that side. So that's interesting. If we have it at 48, it's 48 inches high. We have enough room in there to do roughly 120 inch at 16.9, because the screen's slightly a little higher. We can easily get 120 inch out of there if we're doing it at 16.9, or roughly 16.9. We can get that easily. And then we can do the 235.1 with the full screen. So that'll give me back-to-back screens. Okay, cool. It's easy. And I got the whatchamacallits already. Those are the ones that shield my lights to keep me from freaking getting headaches at the end of the day. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to put my order in right now. That being said, gotta go. Oops, there we go.